Have you looked in the mirror lately? Do you like what you see? Do you love your beautiful melanated skin, or do you like who you are? Are you satisfied being black? Or you prefer to be called African American? Or you prefer all the other stereotypes? Where are you mentally and emotionally as it relates to how you want to be identified? Do you see yourself as an American, an African, a foreigner, or islander? Or do you see yourself as all of the above, from broad, far, and near? How do you determine your decisions when you interact with one another? How do you feel about your communities when 90% of the people that live there look like you? Do you feel safe? Do you feel secured? Do you feel okay? Are you all right? Do you trust your family members, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your friend, your neighbor, your community? Do you believe that they will come to your rescue if something were to happen to you? As we have focused on the other side and the people over there, have we really sat down and took a full examination of us? Or we are people that are so embedded in religion that it was meant for us, as we condemn the very ones that gave it to us? Are we confused? Do we not know who we are? How long can we continue to blame others for the pain that we call upon each other? And if it is their fault, what is the solution to fix it? How can we improve being who we are if we say we're satisfied? If we believe that we're happy being black, or happy being African American, or just cool with being put in a box and stereotyped as being this or that? Have we taken note that throughout media, social media, mainstream media, printed media, written media, entertainment, books, pictures, commercials, teachings and doctrines, have we taken note of how we have been written in history in America, aside from our true history, our true culture, our true identity? We sit around at tables. We may have a card game or two. We drink our spirits, as many of us know as booze. We smoky smoke. The green grass that you cut with a lawnmower, even though it's not actually the grass that is grown just to be growing. Some of us need that. We're young, and we've heard that it is better for our mental stability and psyche, because it is a part of our culture. But when we make decisions about ourselves, are we being driven or influenced that we should be this, that, or the other, or point different directions that we ought to go that doesn't really look like us? We just do it because it's the norm and it's a part of society and it helps us to fit in, even though we don't really fit in. But when we're suffering, the most embarrassing thing about suffering is when we bring it upon ourselves, on top of dealing with the suffering that other people bring upon us as well. As Michael Jackson said in one of his songs, man in the mirror. Maybe we should call it community in the mirror, villages in the mirror, people in the mirror, mother, father, sisters, and brothers in the mirror, African American in the mirror, blacks in the mirror. minorities in the mirror, and all the other names that we've been called throughout history in the mirror. And after we look in the mirror, then we need to determine which term do we prefer? Or is that another that we don't know? Is our whole lives driven by the opinions of other individuals who decided to pick up a book and gather us together in a building that they call fellowship, worship, and they stand up on a pedestal that they know as a pulpit to preach to us and tell us how imperfect we are and how we needed to take on the identity that we haven't known very long? I mean, not until we came upon these shores. Who are we? Why is it that we keep having to revisit the same experiences every generation? Why are we yet needing anyone to make sure that we have health care, housing, food, clothing? I mean, haven't we not had successful people throughout generations who look like me? When we say black, or when we say African American, are we only identifying with the color, disconnected from the whole ideal of the relationship? If we take the time out of our busy days to just look in the mirror, I think we're in that time now. Young man, an older man, a middle-aged man, a young woman, an older woman, a middle-aged woman, or those who are poor enough, matured enough to understand, teenager, early 20s, 30s, 40s, and beyond. Maybe we need to take a look at ourselves and ask that one question that we don't ever ask: why? Why us? Why is it that we can't seem to ever get past the struggle of someone coming to take something away from us if it was ours anyway? And if we claim hold to an identity that we have pride in, that we brag about, the identity, how much can the identity give us? When James Brown sung the song, "I'm Black, I'm Proud," what did he mean by that? Black power. And what did Black power mean during those days of the Black Panther? They was talking about pride, right? Then someone else took on the term pride. And why is it that it seemed that they have more pride than we do? Have we forgotten? Where is the pride in our communities, among ourselves? How is it so easy that some of us can just wear a particular color that gives us power, not to own property, not to own businesses, not to have money, not to build communities, not to implement education or offer food to the homeless? But the colors are representing only to take from the very communities where everybody's been taken and nobody's given, but everybody's complaining. And the very ones complaining look just like you, but they happen to be the ones that are taking too. We know who they are, but who are we? We know what they're capable of doing. They've done it time and time again. But how does it make you feel that we are able to overlook what we do and condemn them on what they do when people that look like us are doing the same? And we would prefer to not complain, but make excuses because it's okay, because they look like us. But Doesn't matter how a body falls. I mean, isn't it not worse if the one that takes you out calls you their brother? And in a drop of a dime, you are the enemy, and before you realize you're no longer here. You who look like me? I thought we were friends. I thought we were brothers. How is it that our young men, and in some cases our young women, can brag on zones and property that they don't own, that they don't have, but yet they're willing to unalive one another for things that don't even belong to them? Money that they don't have, land that they don't have, stores that they don't have, warehouses and buildings they don't have. Most live on the street or in a car or under a bridge, but they sure know how to get up and walk those streets for hours at a time, way below minimum wage. But they got pride. You see my color? Don't I look good? And there's 10 others down the street. And when we get together, we are nothing more than family. Are we okay with that? How does that make us feel as a people? Because again, we knows who they are, but who are we? And have we looked in the mirror lately? We need to see that we shouldn't be in this position where we need anybody to set us free, let alone to give us the things that we need. There's a reason for the madness, more than many of us willing to believe. Could it be religion or a philosophy or a doctrine that keeps us on our knees? I don't know. It's a question. Can you answer that for me, please? It's long overdue. It's time that we examine ourselves. It's time that we examine our communities. It's time that we examine our love for one another. Think about it for a moment. This past election, just one perfect example. 8 million of people that look like me voted against everybody else who looks like me, all in the name of supporting the very individual they said that keeps oppressing us, and the very ones that breaks us and rob us of our needs. But 8 million of us chose to vote for this regime. Why is that? When it's all about family and the things that we need. I talk this way because it's kind of frustrating at times. It's a thought that comes and leaves my mind. I look in the mirror and I feel a sense of pride, but then I get sad and I feel denied. I don't really feel denied for the ones that has been denying me all the time, but it ones that looks like me who denied me that blows my mind. That's where the problem is. We won't look in the mirror so we can see how we truly can become